I so I had a good laugh last night. I almost thought Jasmine was a scammer, but yeah, I'm sorry, but kind of thank her right here because I'm just gonna show you guys and just give you guys another warning of what these scammers are kind of doing right now. So they're actually trying to make themselves seem more legitimate at this point, but of course we know how these things work. Um, Basically, if you haven't seen my video, this is how she found me. She found my scam warning Western Union flips video, or maybe my MoneyGram flip scam warning video. Those are the two videos that I made about it, explaining how these scams work. So, she asked me a few questions, but I couldn't see the message at first, but I was just basically explaining that it's not possible. So, they sent her this. So, you can't even really spell Madame, but even the formatting is junk. No business is going to use that format. Not to mention, you can tell it was just completely copy and pasted. Like, well, more like cropped. So maybe. And then at this point, it's just where it gets real serious. First, they try to make themselves seem legit, like a legit business. And now they're trying to make themselves seem more legit, like the IRS approves of them. The IRS is not going to approve of this kind of thing, especially when they can't even attract track your money like that. They want to tax you. That's the point in the IRS. They're here to regulate business, and then they're going to tax you on based on what the business is doing. Well, based on what you pay. And then they're regulating the businesses just to make sure that they're not scamming people. But this is an online scam, so the IRS really has no control of this sort of thing, especially with it being like a Western Union processing. Like, once you transfer your money to somebody through Western Union, MoneyGram, anything like that, they could basically just walk out the door with your money and they'd be free right after. You really can't track these people like that. Once your money is gone, once they walk out the door, your money is gone. You just gave away some free cash. So you played yourself at that point. But basically, from Flip Money, Flip headquarters, what? At the Western Union Flip department, we care about our customers and we want this to be sure you stay protected from scammers. Fraudulently. Wait, did they even spell that right? I don't even know. But pretending to be associated with our well recognized name as a company that has been in business for over 10 years. I don't think we even heard about them in 2010, to be honest. Well, yeah, 2010. Well known throughout the several states in America. Recently, we've been hearing reports of scammers are accessing real flip employees and criminal attempts to deceive you. Man, they're playing a dirty game here. We are, but at the same time, they're saying they're recognized by the IRS, but you can look at it and kind of tell that this stuff is copied pasted over this stuff. It's everything is probably whited out, copy pasted over this document that's probably from Google. But there's nothing really certified about this. This isn't like any sort of real proof proving anything. Anybody could make a fake ass document like this. What is what I'm saying. So you, but no, this isn't real. But if you do want a real opportunity, I would recommend Forex. So basically, what I do is I trade the foreign exchange market on the side. What the heck? Well, and at this point, within a couple of days, I actually made over $5,000 profit. I'm not saying that you're gonna get money fast or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. Because with this type of deal, it requires a bit of education. You have to put some time into this type of thing because this is an investment opportunity. So there can be losses with your gains, especially if you don't know what you're doing. If you don't have the right education, if you don't have mentorship, don't risk what you can't lose. Don't risk what you can't afford to lose at all. Actually, don't even gamble it. That's the point in getting some training, mentorship. We want to eliminate the gamble so that way you know how to actually invest properly and actually get consistent profits like I'm doing at this point. But in this case, what is Forex? It is a currency exchange market. So basically, like this is an example like the euro versus the US dollar. So basically, with my strategy, I at this point I know what the market is doing. I place a sell. Like you could place a buy or a sell because you know it's going to go up or down. At this point, I project that it's going down, which it's clearly starting to do. It's past that line right there, and it's putting me into profit. So, and I anticipate it going all the way up until about that point right there. Actually, but I anticipate it rising again. So I could probably jump out of this trade soon again. But at the end of the day, because of my strategy, because of the education that I went through, the training that I went through, I know what to expect. So you're probably going to be looking at this line. I'm going to be honest, if you do get this app right now, it's not going to be like the setup that I have already because this is a completely customized strategy. So, and you, my strategy, you wouldn't understand unless you went through the training that I have. So, if you get it, it's just going to be black and white, and it's just going to be like a line. Let's see. Let me move that. Basically, that line right there. You're not really going to be able to understand how to use that. So, training is recommended. If you would like training, if you want to learn how to actually make money with this, all you really have to do is just add me on Facebook by clicking the link in the description below. So, at this point, you see what kind of money is made with Forex. Anything is possible. I'm not going to say you're going to make this type of money immediately because I don't know what your income is like for one, and not to mention you still have plenty to learn. It took me a couple months to actually learn this stuff, and at the same time I had to be willing to put in the time and consistency to actually get consistent with this type of thing. So at the same time, when you get it, you kind of look at what your schedule is like, put in minimal an hour a day. What is the time like for this? How much so how much time freedom does this give you? Honestly, you have all the flexibility in the world. I mean, you're literally trading with your phone or computer. So there's really not an excuse not to do this. So if you're in class or anything, you could be running a trade and then just letting the money come to you. If you work, if you, well, well, that's not much else to say. If you work on the side all day, a long-term job, you could be making money while you're at the job, not even paying attention to your phone if you have the right strategy. I focus on long-term trading. You can do short-term as well. So short-term meaning like you can like trade in the morning and basically after a couple hours be done if the right up setup is presented. And then long-term meaning you can have this going for a couple days, couple weeks, and just money generating for you. So, but yeah, ultimately this is an opportunity that anybody can do. So, yeah, basically anybody can do this. All you have to do is just be willing to learn. So, if you're willing to learn, you're looking for more information, I recommend subscribing. Go ahead and like this video and click the link in the description and add me on Facebook and we can get you set up for training. Anyways, um, back to the scam. If you have any more questions as far as the scam, well, honestly, you can check the videos out if you want to, but ultimately, if you see anything involving like Western Union, MoneyGram, anything like that, just avoid it. Stay away from it. I mean, you're smart by checking out these YouTube videos, but ultimately, you already know these things are sketchy. You don't give no business. No business is gonna overall is gonna pay you like that. No business is in it to make thousands of dollars for themselves just to give you and thousands of others online thousands just to get hundreds back because they would go bankrupt. That's all I have to say. No business wants to go bankrupt. We go into business to make money, not to give it away. Not to mention, if there's like someone on the inside, they would go to jail, and nobody's going to risk going to jail for you. And if you both get caught, you're going to jail too. Simple as that. Stay away from these scams. Anyways, have a good one.